So I thought I'd give everybody an update before I got started with putting in the second level of landscaping here. Right now what you can see is all the track is glued down except for the spur that comes across and goes over the top of the interior section. So that entire figure eight area is going to be underground. And then as you can see, I've added switches in the back between the switching yard and the figure eight, so that trains can go back and forth between that. So the figure eight and the switching yard in the back is all going to be, one area. As you can see, I've got a couple of little spurs in the center there where some tenders can sit, so they can come out and be used as needed. And then I've got three main loops outside of the figure eight that are used for traffic, and then I've got the two main lines that are going to be going across from left and right going to the future expansions, and then my outrigger is on the left side there, where you can see that I can use it for moving trains around. The layout is pretty complete. Just to show you how crazy this is 3 foot 6 inches deep, which is about as deep as I can make it and still reach across, and it is 5 foot 6 inches wide. There are currently 27 switches on this layout, and right now what you see there are 17 locomotives and 43 cars on the layout right now. And it can handle even more than that, but that's what I have on it right now for testing. Make sure that all the track is working correctly after it's been glued down, and there's no derailments or anything that happens. So it's all working really great. The switching yard in the back is working great. Where you see the two locomotives in the back that are side by side on those two little spurs, that's actually gonna be a locomotive shed back there for repair work and whatnot. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then the one spur that's up above that comes across all the tracks, that's going to go through a valley or a mountain valley pass on the right hand side and go on to the next layout. If and when I ever manage to get in a someplace where I can actually expand this layout. Right now it's just in an apartment. But thought everybody would like to see what the layout is looking like after I've got all the track laid down or glued down. While I was gluing it down, I made major changes to the layout in the switching yard and the figure eight, and adding the spur for the that comes across from the back onto the upper level. Makes it a lot more interesting. It's pretty sharp, switching locomotives or cars around using the switching yard and the figure eight and the little tenders. That all works really well. So I can switch any car out on any of the different tracks utilizing the switching yard and that figure eight. Works well. It's also all computer controlled. I've got a computer hooked up into it. My Mac, I've got a mini Mac that I've got hooked up to it using the JRMI software, and that works well. Controls all my switches. As you can see, the power board down below. I'm using there's 24 switches, and there's 3 of them that are doubled up, which gives me the 27 switches that are used. Like in the figure eight, each side of the figure eight is controlled by one switch, and on the back the switch the turnout between the switching yard and the figure eight, that's controlled by just one switch. So to keep it, make sure that both switches are turned so that I don't get a derailment there. But it's looking pretty good. Got some really good ideas on how to build the second layer and get everything underground and still have access to the track in case there is a derailment. But other than that, it's good to go. So this will be on to the next step. Everything's glued down, ready to go for the next step, which is definitely going to take some time. I've got some interesting ideas on how to make tunnels and accesses to the different parts of the track to make sure that if something does derail, I can still get access to it. So hope everybody enjoys the videos. This is going to be it for a while. Took me a couple weeks to get this far. Just gluing the track down to make sure that everything is working correctly. Now I got to take all the trains off again and start working on the next level now that I've verified that everything works here. So everybody stay safe in these uncertain times, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a great day.